Hey folks, it's been quite some time, I think, since we last recorded a video blog. I can only apologise, we've been very, very busy since we got things kicked off down at Finzel's. First week in June, I think we opened the doors. I have spoken to quite a lot of you, I think, over the course of the time that we've been open. And I hope that the majority of you have managed to get down there to actually see the place, be in it, have a beer, and see what we've done. I equally hope that you all like what the place has turned into. Ultimately, the crowdfund, while it was an investment into Left-Handed Giant Brewing as a business and included the St. Philip's Brewery, ultimately the whole project, the whole fundraise was about creating Finzel's, was about creating a facility brewing in the centre of Bristol, to create a beating heart at the centre of Left-Handed Giant. So ultimately that is the thing that the whole fundraise is all about. So I really hope you're all getting to use it and enjoying it. It has been quite some journey since we got the doors open. We expected the place to be busy. We based all of our projections upon small bars, so we have a fair appreciation, I think, over what a busy bar in the middle of Bristol can do. The reality has been fairly amazing. We've been 50-60% more than our so whenever I do projections, I'll always do a break-even projection, an average projection, which is the ones that you folks saw, and an ambitious projection. What we're doing is 50-60% more than the most ambitious projection that I put out there. So the place is flying. The profit margins are about what we expect them to be. So obviously we're making more money than we expected because the turnover is so much higher. It's been great. The feedback to the building's been amazing. People seem to be loving the place, and we've got repeat custom. It's all one thing getting people through the front door in the first place, but it's an entirely different thing creating a place where people are excited about and want to come back to time and time again. But it seems to be we're almost 10 weeks into trading now, and it seems to be that we've found some consistency in numbers, and we've got the same people coming back week on week, creating a solid base to our customer base. It's very, very, very positive to start off with. We open our event space for the first time this Friday. So for the first time we'll have all 3 floors operating. We've got one event booked in on Friday, and then numerous events booked in the week after, and then it'll just be a continuous thing from that point forward where it's open and trading. So that's going to give us another boost onto our turnover and profit margins. We brewed on the brewery at Finzel's for the first time 2 weeks ago. We brewed again last week. We discovered a whole bunch of things that we had to snag off that first brew. Improved pump from an HLT, needed improved water filter, various different bits and pieces of pipe work that we replaced, improved. Brewed again for the second time on Friday. Worked really well. Some more little snags to happen. We're going to try and brew twice down there this week, and then hopefully we'll be on a twice weekly brew schedule from that point forward. So we should have all our tanks full down there by round about the back end of next week or the week after. And that really is the completion of that project down there. I think it's been great and became a priority to get the doors open from a bar and food perspective. And the brewery and the event space kind of fell back in our priorities. And obviously, as soon as we got the doors open for the customers and got money coming in through the tills, our then attention focused straight back onto brewing the event space. Once we get that first brew out of tank, and we've actually got beer in the serving vessels made in the brewery in Finzel's, I feel like that eventually, finally, is the project actually coming to completion. Right now, well, we've got a bunch of tank beer down there. All of that tank beer that's in Finzel's right now is getting transferred from the St. Philip's Brewery. So we've got a big tank, big transport tank. We're pouring beer into that transport tank, taking it down there, and then a big hose from the back door straight into those serving vessels. So that's great, works. It's still tank fresh beer, but from a sales perspective, obviously we're stripping all of our sales out of St Philip's. We've got really suffered on our wholesale and out to trade sales over the last 2 months, because all the beer we're producing at St Philip's is going straight down to Finzel's, because we've had no beer getting produced out of Finzel's. So the moment that we've got beer coming out of tank down at Finzel's, our turnover will then turn into both our turnover at Finzel's, but also we'll get back all of our trade, our wholesale export sales that have been suffering over the last 2 months from St Philip's, and we should at that point then have St Philip's operating fully, and Finzel's operating fully. And get to the actual business model and structure that we expected to have back when we put the project together almost 2 years ago. We have a new tap room at St Philip's. I guess there'll be a few of you will have came by the East Bristol Brewery Trail last weekend, and we're probably quite surprised to see the new layout we've got out here. So about 8 weeks ago, we took the keys to a new unit in the Wadehurst industrial estate that our current brewery is in. So at the moment we've got Unit 8 and Unit 9, and we took the keys to Unit 3, which is a bigger unit. So the two units that we have always had total to just over 4,000 square foot. The new Unit 3, the one we've just taken on, is 8,500 square foot all on its own. So that's allowed us to build a huge cold store, which was desperately needed. The cold store that we had before was too small even for the brewery that we had at that time. Never mind adding in the additional storage requirements for Finzel's production down there, as well as the packaged goods coming back out from Finzel's. So we really need a bigger cold store. So we've put one of those in Unit 3, big standalone unit. And at the same time we've built a huge new tap room in there. So we opened it for the first time as a soft launch over the East Bristol Brewery Trail, and it will now be open as a functional tap room in Unit 3 from this point until the first weekend in October, when we'll do our closing party as per normal. And we'll close down through the winter, only opening for the first the first Friday of every month, as we've always done. The intention is when it comes to next summer, in March, April, when we open up again, we'll have done a bit more work in the tap room in Unit 3, and we will hopefully have it open from Wednesday through Saturday every single week. So we'll extend the trading hours out here, and do a bit more trade hopefully in the tap room here. So I think there's obviously a whole bunch of things have happened over the course of the last 3 months since I last did an update, but I'm reticent to bang on for too long. As I've said at the end of every single update I've ever done, I think I'm going to try and do these more frequently, so I do apologise for the length of time it's taken between now and the last one, but I'll try and jump on in a couple of weeks' time and give you another update that will be a bit more concise as to the things that are actually happening at this moment in the business, rather than things that have happened over the last 3 months in the business. So please bear with me. We are working very hard to try and get our feet under us in a very, very busy environment, but I feel that we are getting there. So I'll log out for just now. I hope you're all well, and I look forward to seeing you all in the coming weeks down in St Philip's and at Finzel's. Cheers.